Mr. Azad. How goes it tonight, man?
It's a very up and down day.
Up and down day.
Yeah,
what it,
but
what makes it up and down? Hold on here. Let me raise my chair. We'll make sure I get on eye level with you here.
you need to get on my level. You need to. I'm the star of this show. You're just part of the universe.
Yeah, I'm trying to get my pockets like yours. I
Oh,
want to have that money like yours. I want to have that money where you can make people disappear.
yeah, that's pretty good money, man.
That's what you got.
Well, obviously we're not in the studio today. We had some technical difficulties, but I'm glad we're starting to get some. We got the show on because we got a big show tonight. Wall, I'm sorry, we got to talk to those Cowboys because we got some bad news about. Well, Billy might be excited about it, but we might not have our quarterback. We got Dallas Mavericks basketball. We got the post game show coming up after the game. We're going into the fourth quarter right now, and what the Mavericks, I hope are winning. They weren't winning earlier, but
I can tell you if they're winning right now. By 1 point, yeah, this game's very close. This game's
okay,
very, very close.
okay. Well, we shouldn't be doing that to the Spurs. We should be blowing them out. But okay, it's basketball. It's early, but we have a lot to talk about. But can I tell you something, Walt, before we get started?
What's that?
I had a little accident yesterday.
Whoa.
So I went to go. I like to go see movies, right?
You couldn't make it to the bathroom?
Let's see. I went to go see Dune, the big epic movie that came out, and I watched it on IMAX. And
What movie was that?
Dune, the new movie that all the big time guys are in it. That Timothée Chalamet,
forgive me. Forgive me, I don't know this movie.
Well, it's a big movie. Everybody has been excited about it. It's a book, and they decided to make it into a movie. It's a big action science fiction. I watched it on the big IMAX theater screen. I was all excited about it, and I got 20 minutes left in this movie, and my stomach starts going. And thank God this movie is also on HBO Max because I couldn't take it anymore, and I ran out of the IMAX theater last night around. This is about 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm running.
Can I ask you a question? Why are you at the movies at 1 o'clock in the morning?
Well, the movie is at 10:40, and it's
those are creepy weirdo. Those are creepy weirdo hours.
Yeah, but still, it's a good movie. It was packed. We had a lot of people there, but they saw me running, and I had to waste the last 20 minutes of the movie because I had to find a restroom really quick because I had an emergency. And as soon as I was done, I walk out and I see the people leaving the theater. And I was like, I guess I missed the movie, so I had to go back and watch the end of it on HBO Max. So thank God of HBO Max to have it on there because I would have not been clueless.
So let me get this. So let me ask you this: how much did you spend at this movie?
Well, since it was an IMAX movie, it's pretty expensive. So about $18.
So you spent $18 and you actually have the movie at home at IMAX theater. Man, I wish I had your kind of money. I could just be
listen. It's
IMAX. What?
I'm just okay. Listen. First of all, Walt, you go watch these. These are epic movies. You go watch in those experiences. That's what you got to do. Now, I'm sorry that you're not as cultured as I am with the movies.
Really now?
Well, other than that, I'm glad to be here.
Brian says IMAX is expensive. I know, Brian, but when you have this guy's money, I mean, when you got that is that Arab money?
Yeah, the Arab money.
You got that Arab money. You just make it rain. You go in the car dealership, just say, I want that car.
Fuck the recession. Fuck the recession.
Yeah. What pandemic?
Right. I don't know what trouble Sleepy Joe's going through.
I don't know what Sleepy Joe's going through. And this guy here, this guy in here walks right in the dealership. I want that one. I want that, and put that in there and put that. Sir, we'd like to deliver your car for you. No, I'd like to come pick that car up, sir.
Yeah, I do it myself.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, sir. And when I come in here, everybody better be standing up. And they better be saying my last name when I drop the check off.
It's Mr. Azad. So that's right. But I'm unfortunately fortunately for HBO Max, I got to catch the end of the movie because man, oh man, those people thought I must have had somebody die or something because I ran out. I literally ran out. I almost tripped down the stairs because I don't know what I ate. That was an emergency, but. Regardless,
you probably had those nachos that they offer there.
Yeah, the jalapenos probably messed me up. Well, you know what? You know who is also in an emergency situation? Oh. I love Brian. I love Brian. But you know who else is in an emergency situation, Walt?
Who's that?
That's your quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys, Mr. Dak Prescott. Because I don't think he's playing Sunday. It's getting dicey. It's getting pretty freaking dicey. Dak Prescott did address the media, and his comments didn't make me feel good.
Would you like to hear them?
I would. Yes, I would.
I have them right here. I have them right here for you.
Let's hear
what.
You
don't mind? I have it right here for you. Hold on, just 1 second.
Let's hear what Billy's nemesis said.
Today and declare you're going to play, or are we going to keep wondering about it? I think that would spoil all the fun. Yeah, I mean, we'll keep going. Obviously, just gotta keep progressing. This is, I don't want to say something like my shoulder, but this is in a sense, I don't know if it's just my decision. Obviously, you guys know me, been around and watch me go. I tell you right now, I'll go play today if I could. So knowing that this is a long journey and a long season, I don't necessarily know if this is fully my decision, but I'm going to just keep controlling the things I can, get better. I've gotten better each and every day, and that's what's most important. So I'm just focused on doing that again tomorrow.
Your teammates say you look like yourself, like you're good to go. And, Amari said, look at you playing. I mean, do you feel like you've shown enough progress that you can play?
I mean, I think I just said it there. I mean, if it was my call and it was totally up to me, yes. But this is something I agree with the experts. I don't want to linger. I don't want this to be week after week. Are we going through this? So to me, it's just about getting better, controlling what I can. And like I said, I've gotten better and taking big steps every day, and plan to take another big step tomorrow. And so I don't know if the decision comes Saturday or when it comes, but yeah, I'm doing everything I can to make sure that I give myself the best chance.
You got to unmute yourself, Walt.
Did you hear that, EA? Did you hear that?
Yeah, he's not playing.
Yeah. We want to make sure this doesn't linger on.
Oh,
we don't want this to go on. Yeah. That sounds like a guy who's not playing on Sunday. Yeah.
You know what's funny? I tried to tell you and Billy on the postgame show 2 weeks ago against the Patriots. I was like, hey, guys, hey, and then of course you and Billy were, oh no, he's gonna play. Oh no, don't worry about it. And I'm like, no, look, and I was trying to make a big deal out of it. I was like, hey, he's in a walking boot. Why would they put him in a walking boot right after the game? He was limping at the airport when they got back at DFW. Come on, this was a serious thing, and everybody's like, "Oh my, don't worry about it, don't worry about it." And I was like, "Just you wait, And now Dak Prescott, he's going to be sitting on the sidelines, and guess who gets the football? Cooper Rush.
Oh, yo, you like that, huh?
So I'm going to tell you right now.
We know Billy might like that.
Oh yeah, Billy's gonna love it. He's gonna have Cooper Rush get in there. He's gonna be like, "Oh, Cooper, what's up, man? You're gonna lead us to victory." Because Billy, thinks Dak Prescott's a terrible quarterback, and you know what? I know Billy. He's dealing with his stuff right now, but I wish he was here because he was talking so much ish on the Facebook saying that Carson Wentz was the better quarterback than Dak Prescott, and I'm like, oh. I was like, good God. He was siding with Eagles fans.
Right.
He was sitting there conversating with Eagles fans about this.
For somebody who's so pro Dallas Cowboy, he's up here communicating with the Eagles fans.
Yeah, he's sleeping with the enemy, as I like to call it.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, well, if it's fun. No, but again, Cooper Rush though. He's going to be most likely your starting quarterback, and that means most likely the Dallas Cowboys might not make it to Dub City on Sunday night. They might on Halloween. They're not going to get your Halloween special.
Wait a minute. What makes you think the Cowboys are losing, even though they don't have?
Well, I thought that even if Dak Prescott was going to play, I had a feeling this could be a loss because to me the Cowboys aren't playing right now. I think they lost their momentum. We already heard earlier in the week from your guy, Dalton Schultz, the tight end extraordinaire. He already said
TE1?
The TE1. He was already complaining early on in the week that the practices were everybody seemed like they were going through the motions. Then we hear Randy Gregory also pretty much expanded on that, saying that we need a better practice. The Cowboys, to me, seem like they're sniffing their own success. They're cool with whatever's going on. Oh, we're 5-1. We're the Cowboys. That's what it sounds like to me. And it's not a good sign, Walt. It's not a good sign. They're not coming into this with any kind of passion or energy. They're coming in there like, oh, it's the Vikings. They're a good team, Walt. That's a good team you're facing this Sunday night.
What I'd like to give also his flowers, I'd like to give Ed Tovash 10 his flowers too, because he also called this too. He said, actually, if it were up to him, he wouldn't even start that.
Really?
Yeah. A couple when their first night back in the studio, he said, I actually would sit Dak this game. That's what Ed Tovash 10 said.
You know, it makes sense because if you're gonna lose a game, this would be it, because you got two gimme games coming up. I'm sorry, the Broncos and the Falcons are not going to give the Cowboys any trouble. They are terrible teams. All right, you have no worries there. But the Minnesota team is actually pretty good. I know a lot of people are like, well, they're 3-3. EA, they're not that great. Well, guess who's playing well? Your cousin, Kinfolk
Cousins.
He is. I mean, he has a quarterback rating over 100 for the averages. He has like 16 touchdowns. He's balling, and he's got weapons. You know, Justin Jefferson. They call him Dynamite. They were talking about him over there.
Oh my
God! And guess what? It doesn't matter if Trayvon Diggs covers him, because guess who's on the other side? They got Adam Thielen, who's a monster to cover, and I don't think Anthony Brown can hold him.
So basically, what you're saying is that we're going into another Sunday night game where the Vikings could possibly hand us another L.
Yeah, and Dalvin Cook could be, Dalvin Cook is playing much better as of late. This is a Vikings team, by the way, and it's not just their offense, it's their defense that scares me. Against the pass, they're in the top 10 in almost every category, but I pulled up some specific stats right here. Let me pull them out. I actually did some homework for the show.
Whoa!
I know, right? I'm bringing all the stops tonight.
Whoa.
I gotta make up for the absence of Tovash and Billy. By the way, happy birthday to Mr. Tovash Hatcher. He's having a great night out. So hopefully, he doesn't get in too much trouble. But happy birthday.
Can you confirm that? He's having a great night.
I'm pretty sure. I hope he's having a good night. It's his birthday. But here's some of the stats I got. Vikings defense overall in points per game, they're ranked 13th. They're second in third down defense. That means they're second in pretty much on the third down defense. They're tied for first in sacks with 21. They're first in pressure percentage. And guess what? They got two defensive ends in Daniel Hunter, who has 6 sacks, 10 quarterback hits, and former Cowboy Everson Griffin already has 4 sacks.
Yeah, remember we traded him. He was terrible.
Yeah, and now he's excited. He already tweeted out he's excited about facing his former team on Sunday night on Halloween.
I don't understand why we shouldn't be considered a former team. He wasn't here but nothing but a cup of coffee.
He was here He was here a pretty good season. I mean, he was there.
No, I just saying he wasn't here long, and then he got mad at Jeff Kavanaugh for calling him out on his play. So I got no love for him. He came after my guy Kavanaugh.
He's coming after Cooper Rush on Sunday night and on Halloween, and
he can have him as long as he's not coming for Dak. He's fine. He can have him. Not worried about Cooper Rush.
Okay, so you want us to lose?
No, I mean, like you were saying, Cooper Rush. What's Cooper Rush going to do? You expecting him to get the ball to CeeDee Lamb
actually, that's not going to happen because, like I just pretty much pointed out, the Vikings are pretty good against the pass. The only saving grace the Cowboys do have is the Vikings are very weak against the run. They're in fact near the bottom of the league against rush.
So we're about to go with the run game that you didn't want to pay the running backs for, right?
Listen.
Oh, okay.
I'm for running backs. I just don't want to pay them big contract money because they are replaceable. Because you can go get another running back.
Well, I'll tell you what. Here's the thing, though. I just want to let you know. What you're paying for, you're about to get a whole lot of it in this coming game.
Well, listen, technically, the money we paid Zeke, he should be doing it by himself, but he got a partner and Tony Pollard, and they're both kind of doing their thing.
Nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with having backup.
He's not a backup. Tony Pollard's not a backup.
No, I'm saying there's nothing wrong with having backup for Zeke.
I know, but he's not a backup. Tony Pollard's just as equal as Zeke. It's true. It's true. Now Zeke is listen. I'm not gonna lie. Zeke has had a resurgence. Well, he has. He had a resurgence, and I'm very proud of him.
So I just want to make sure I got this right. You're telling YouTube, Twitter,
I'm telling
Twitch,
the whole world
and Facebook that Tony Pollard is right there with Zeke.
I mean, they are. They're on equal standing right now.
They're on equal standing right now.
This season, they are.
You mean on stand? Are you mean on stand wise? I mean, are you meaning about player wise?
They're equal. They're equal.
Okay. See, so we got to do this again. So just like we had to do with Dak Prescott, why don't we just sit Zeke for a week and let's see what happens?
I'm just saying, Tony Pollard is.
I mean, Zeke, there's no fall off, right? I mean, Tony Pollard could do this by himself, right?
He could. He could.
I say let's sit Zeke. Let's sit Zeke for a week and let's find out.
Okay. You see, this is where I love how you're trying to like play this. Okay, the Cowboys need both. They can't do it alone. But Zeke alone, either way, they can do it alone. They can do it together. I'm just saying they're both equal. They're both contributing to this great rush attack, which the Cowboys, I believe, right now they went down a little bit, but now they're second in the league in rushing. They used to be number one, but they're a great rush team, and that is probably going to be your saving grace for the Cowboys this week against the Vikings. Because other than that, if Cooper Rush has to, if it's determined that Cooper Rush is going to have to win you this game, you're not going to win this game because we've seen Cooper Rush play. He's a terrible quarterback. He's just god awful. I mean, he can't even. I'm sorry. He probably couldn't win you a football game. He just can't. Wow. I just don't think he's going to have to play the ultimate game manager mode if he's going to be started on Sunday night.
Wow.
Well, it's the truth. Why are you upset about that? Are you a Cooper Rush fan all of a sudden?
No, I'm just trying to figure out. I'm just trying to figure out the disrespect you have for Z. And shout out to Mama D, wherever she is. Just want to give her a shout out.
I love her.
You don't need to shout her out. You don't need to shout her out. You're playing hating on her son.
I'm not playing hating on her. I think Zeke is one of the greatest running backs in the league right now. He is that great. He had an incredible career from 2016 till now, and he's having a resurgence. He is. But to say, well, I'm just not trying to disrespect Tony Pollard over here because we're acting like he's like some backup. He's not a backup, okay? Tony Pollard is getting some big work, okay?
Really? Who's RB1 on this team?
There's no RB1. It's just
there's no RB1.
They're just RBs.
RBs. Okay.
Yeah.
So there's no RB1, and there's no RB2.
You can't have lightning with.
Well, hell, dog. Well, then hell, there's no TE1 then. I mean, Dalton Schultz is tight end. Is TE?
No, Dalton. There's Blake Jarwin should be tight end one.
Oh, should be.
But
he doesn't do it. He doesn't do anything for us out there on the field. So we have to do other things.
What
start with Dalton Schultz?
Well, Dalton Schultz, he had a great costume, by the way. I love his Halloween costume. He looked like Zorro. I thought you looked like Zorro, or maybe he's being the Princess Bride. I don't know. But I like
the Zeke's Joker.
Oh yeah, Zeke with his green hair.
Yeah.
And Dak looked good too with his his fiance? Is that his fiance? Yeah.
What are they, pirates or something? If I saw it correctly?
I think so. Well, I'm glad. Well, apparently Dak is healthy enough for a Halloween party, but
Step back Jack is in the building again. I just want to throw that out there.
Can I ask you a question about Step Back Jack?
Yeah.
Sometimes that can be a good name and sometimes it's a bad name. And I don't know which one when you guys mention it. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad.
What I'm just saying, it's Step Back Jack is here.
Okay,
he's arrived.
You're just putting it out there.
Yeah, I'm just saying he's here. He's knocking.
Don't forget,
Step Back Jack.
Stay tuned. We have the official Mavericks, our official Mavericks post game show after, and we have a special guest tonight from San Antonio. I'm just saying. She's not going to be.
Something. The White Power has just been getting on and up off this floor all night. Over here, the White Power has been on the floor all night.
Dwight Powell has photos of somebody. That's why he's still in the league.
So I just want to make sure I got you right. Getting back to the Cowboys.
Yeah.
So if I understand you correctly, you are taking the Minnesota Vikings to beat the Dallas Cowboys. Is that what I'm understanding?
I haven't said anything yet.
Oh,
I haven't said anything yet. I'm saying it looks very likely that, by the way, even Vegas is starting to notice that Dak Prescott's not going to play because they about when the week started, the Cowboys opened up as a 2.5-point favorite, right? Now it's switched, and the Vikings are the 2.5-point favorite at home. So that's concerning. Vegas they have inside information. So they think Dak Prescott's going to be on the bench. They think, and by the way, that means Will Grier most likely is going to be activated. And we haven't heard about him. Remember, he's been your third emergency quarterback all season long, the former West Virginia product. He's going to be now coming in as your backup if Cooper Rush is going to start. that doesn't sound good to me. I mean, if I had to pick, if you put a gun to head right now, I would say the Vikings would win this game. It just doesn't look good right now. Dak Prescott, if he plays, then I give the edge to the Cowboys. So it depends really on who's going to be playing at quarterback. Now, we got to get to the other potential problem, and this has nothing to do with the quarterbacks, because either way, I think it's a very stupid move. The Cowboys are playing chicken with their offensive line right now.
I think it's stupid.
This Lyle, I'm sorry. Why are we messing up with a good thing? Lyle Collins should be. I don't care what he did or messed up. He served a suspension. Why are the Cowboys punishing him as he comes back and saying, "Oh no"?
So people say that's not a punishment against him. That's a punishment against Connor Williams for how terrible he's played. I mean,
this
guy's not good.
Lyle Collins. First of all, the worst, your weakest link is Tyler Biotish. That they should figure out some kind of way to get him out because he's not a good center. But regardless, I know Connor Williams struggles as well. But if you're telling me who's going to be playing at right tackle, it needs to be Lyle Collins because he's the better. That's where he needs to go. That's where his spot is. I don't care if Terrence Steele played admirably in the last 5 games. You tell me who's better. Lyle Collins is the better right tackle, and you're going to tell him, "Oh, go play a position you haven't played since your rookie year." No, and against a great pass rush against the Vikings, that's a terrible move. The Cowboys, this is another Mike McCarthy weird coaching decision that I really can't get behind.
I want you on record for that because if it works, I want you to come in here and I want you to apologize to Coach McCarthy.
Well, I will. I'll get on my knees and say, "I'm so sorry, Coach McCarthy." And look, he deserves credit. I'm not one of these people that say, "Oh, he deserves credit for the 5-1 start." He is the head coach. He is doing something. So we'll see. But the only thing that's giving me saving grace of why this offensive line shuffle might work is that Joe Philman, the offensive line coach, seems to be okay with it. And he's a smart guy. He's probably one of the best offensive line coaches in the league. He might be a little boring, but he knows how to get an offensive line ready. So if that's the case, then we'll see if it works. But don't you think it's weird that they're playing chicken with Lyle Collins? Like, why are you trying to piss him off even more? Why are you alienating him from the team? Oh, go play a position. We don't. You're not going to get your starting position back. To me, that seems a little weird, especially midway through the season.
I think Coach MC knows what he's doing. I trust Coach MC. Okay. Coach MC has not led me astray so far. He's got us at 5-1 until he shows me otherwise. I got no beef with Coach MC.
Is that your new nickname? Are you breaking it out for the first time? Because I've never heard you call him that.
Yeah, I wanted to call him MC Squared.
Okay. MMC Squared. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I like that.
Yeah. MC Squared is what I want to call him.
Coach MC or MC Squared, he's got a lot to prove though, because that's another big gamble you're taking, especially when now you don't have your starting quarterback.
The Cowboys are 5-1. Let's trick it up. I mean, Dak's not playing. Let's see what we can do. Let's have a little fun. I mean, let's muddy the waters up. We're just playing the Minnesota Vikings. That's
They're a good team. They're a good team.
All right, but look, the Cowboys are basically saying, listen. This week is a wipe, okay? We don't care what happens this week, okay?
What? But that's not a smart thing to go about.
Our quarterback isn't here, okay? We know that without Dak Prescott, we got a snowball's chance in hell of winning. Let's just muck it up a little bit. Let's listen. What did my guy say? If what's been right has been working. Let's try some wrong, dog. Let's try a little wrong.
Who said that?
That was only the 40-year-old virgin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's like, what's been right hasn't been working. You need to try some wrong, dog. Just try a little wrong.
That's
Just
right.
try a little wrong. Nothing wrong with it. It's not gonna be the worst thing in the world. I mean, let's be honest here. Do we really expect the Cowboys to win the game Sunday without Dak Prescott?
That's true. You're right. If Dak Prescott's not playing, then it's very unlikely.
Yeah, let's just muck it up.
The only thing that gets me a little irked is that because again, hopefully right now I don't know what the score is. I think are the Cardinals back up? No.
17-14.
Okay, Packers are showing, yeah. So that's the only good thing that's giving me some because remember the idea was to try to get and compete and stay with the Arizona Cardinals because you got the big matchup with them later in December. You want to get that number 1 seed. You want to get that bye. That's very important for the Dallas Cowboys. So you're trying to fight with the Cardinals. But yeah, if you lose, and if the Cardinals lose, you might not lose any ground there. But man, the Cowboys had a really legitimate shot at going all the way down to November against the Chiefs, like stacking wins. But you're right. The Dak Prescott injury, if he can't go, there's no point. So you're right. Maybe we should mix it up. I guess.
Let's just muck it up a little bit.
I still think though, if Lyle Collins is healthy, he's ready to go. He needs to be your right tackle. Connor Williams needs to be your guard, and Tyler Biadasz, if you can't find anybody else, he needs to be your center. You need to put your best five starting at what they do best.
Hey, EA, if it doesn't work, guess what? We'll go back to normal next week.
It might be too late. Maybe you messed things up too much.
No. Nobody's morale is hurt or anything like that.
And then I want to get to a third point about, and I do want to challenge Billy on this because, as I mentioned earlier, and I'm sure he's watching from wherever his undisclosed location is. This disrespect for Dak Prescott is getting on it's just getting ridiculous right now. Again, we just show how important Dak Prescott is to this team because if he doesn't play, there's nobody behind him that's going to pretty much excel the Cowboys to the point. Dak Prescott's that.
Don't worry about it. We'll crush all those theories. We'll crush all those theories with how they play this weekend.
Brian, can you tell us who they lost? Because we're in the middle of the show right now, but apparently he said Rodgers just lost another offensive weapon. Rodgers has to do a lot. That's why he's one of the greatest. But no, Dak. But what I want to get to Billy's point is this: he's trying to compare Carson Wentz and Dak Prescott. And when I read that, I was like, "Are you kidding me?" He put out because Carson Wentz has all the tools, all the skills. I knew from day, and you back me up on this one. Haven't I said from day one Carson Wentz was trash?
Yeah, you have.
I have.
But, I mean, he's not wrong in the sense that when Carson Wentz came out, he did have all.
No, he didn't.
That's why he was.
He had one good year. He had one good year.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. He was the number one or number two pick in the draft. Well, Goff was number one, right?
Goff was number one.
Number two. So he basically said when he came in the NFL, he did have all those things. When he got to the NFL, his second year?
I believe
he damn near got him. Yeah. He damn near got him the Super Bowl, and he got hurt.
Yeah, and then
Nick Foles took over. But is he better than Dak Prescott?
No, he's not. And that it's funny. Every legitimate football knowledgeable person in the world already.
Come on, Luka, you can't do that. Now, here's the thing, though. Now, I'll tell you this: back in 2016, or 17 or whatever, Carson Wentz was better than Dak. Now, today in today's NFL, no. Dak Prescott has worked his ass off, and now he is a better quarterback than half of the quarterbacks that were drafted ahead of him.
He's the best. He's the best quarterback from his class. He is.
Yeah.
There's nobody better than him in that class.
Some people are gonna try you and say, "Well, Lamar Jackson is
no."
Probably,
Lamar was not in his class.
I thought Lamar was the last pick in that round.
Lamar was in like 2018, 2017.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I just remember. I don't think that might have been the Baker. That might have been the Baker one, where he was like the last pick of the round, and everybody's trying to figure out why he dropped so low. You're right. I think I might have my drafts mixed up.
Yeah. Because in 2018, he was drafted in 2018.
Yeah. Okay, I got my drafts mixed up, but even still, the quarterbacks that came out that year, Dak Prescott is probably better than half of them.
Yeah, I totally agree, and I think now he's a top 5 quarterback. And I just want people listen. This is coming from a guy who was hated on Dak Prescott in 2016, and I was so upset about the Tony Romo thing. But the guy has proven himself. He has gone, and you always talked about this. Who gets better? Who works on their game? Who dedicates themselves to go? Hey, let me get better at my craft. Dak Prescott's been doing that. And unfortunately, we're going to see without him this week. And that's where the biggest issue is, his injury concerns. Because one good thing about Dak, in the first 4 years, he didn't get hurt. And now we're seeing a lot of injuries coming out with Dak Prescott.
So let's go back real quick. In the first round, Carson Wentz, Jared Goff was taken. Paxton Lynch, I believe, was
Cowboys. The Cowboys were trying to go get Paxton Lynch. I remember that.
Right. Christian Hackenberger
Yeah,
he's the one who kicked off the second round. But after that, I'm just saying, like in the first round, those were the 3 quarterbacks that were selected.
Yeah, and Dak Prescott is better than all of them, hands down. Jared Goff is struggling in Detroit right now.
Yes, exactly. And you know what? Like he's had so many close calls where they were winning and they just lost it, and it's like, damn, man.
And you know, it's funny because Jared Goff had that big run in the Super Bowl where they were all the way. They had the chance. They got to the Super Bowl, and then Bill Belichick shuts him down. And after that, he hasn't really done anything. And he didn't do anything before that. He didn't do anything after. He had one good season, one good postseason, and that's about it. So to me, I don't understand. You know, listen, Billy will continue to say, "Oh, I don't hate Dak Prescott. I'm just looking to. I just want, or what he calls dogs." And I'm like, well, Dak Prescott's a dog.
You gotta get rid of the milk drinkers.
Hey, milk's nice.
I'm just saying, we gotta get rid of the milk drinkers.
So, let me ask you this, Walt. As we wrap this up, our Cowboys coverage right here, as we get it ready. By the way, we are gearing up for the Mavericks post-game show where we're going to get your calls, and we have a special San Antonio guest to join us, and she will tell us whether or not her Spurs are for real or not. We'll get all the inside knowledge from her. But I got to ask you, Walt, do you really think the Cowboys are going to win this game? Do you think they're going to pull it out? Are they going to make it to Dub City? I got to get your pick.
This week? No, I think we're just trying stuff this week. I think we're just trying stuff.
I love how you say that. We're just trying. We're just
trying stuff this week. You know, we're not gonna muck it. We're not gonna muck it up or anything. We're just trying stuff this week.
Okay, so we're just trying things. Hopefully, we get a win. That would be nice if Cooper Rush can somehow get this. If Cooper Rush gets this team a win, this is destiny. That's destiny calling.
Yeah. No, well.
And then Billy's gonna call and go on the post game show. Goes, Cooper Rush is better than Dak. Look what Cooper Rush could do. You know he's gonna do it.
Yeah, I hope he doesn't do that. I hope
he will lose all credibility. I will literally fire him from the show. I will fire him. As a founded member of this show, I have the ability to fire him.
That's it.
And I will. Yeah, I will fire him. Done.
You're done after that.
I'll serve him a pink slip if he ever talks like that.
I can understand that, EA.
Well, I won't give my official pick till Sunday, and we are not in studio, so I can't give you my speech. But just know a speech is coming.
The people just want to know: is there going to be a speech?
There will be a speech on YouTube. You stay tuned this weekend. EA will get a speech sometime about Saturday. A speech will come in. All right. I'm telling you right now, it's going to be epic. It will be epic. It will get you ready for this game. You might like it, you might hate it, but it's something that you need.
Well, I mean, there's not too much of a speech if QB1 isn't playing, as Billy likes to call it.
We don't know if he might, and maybe the speech will fire up Cooper.
Maybe fire Dak Prescott up to get out there on that field or something.
You have access. We'll send it directly to Pops.
By
the way, you need to send Pops some of that Billy hate. You need to show Pops that so we can.
He's seen it. I've sent it to him.
Yeah.
I've sent it to him. He's seen it.
He's banned from the dinner, right? He's not going to dinner.
Oh, that was a terrible idea. So it looks like we were trying to get a move in here with the Spurs, and they were going to head to overtime, but they're not. 99-103, 11 seconds left. So let's end this real quick because I got to get everything ready for the post game show.
Mm-hmm. So okay, we'll see. Cowboys Saturday, my preview. Walt got a L because we're just trying things tonight. This weekend we're just trying things. We'll see you guys Halloween night for the Cowboys post game show. Walt, I'll see you for the Mavericks post game show coming up next.
Right.